For the last time this winter, we are gathered live for the California Winter League Championship game, ladies and gentlemen, as the number 2 Alberta Grizzly, champions of the International Division, are set to take on the number 1 overall seed, champions of the American Division, the Washington Blue Sox. I'm Evan Schmeizer, joined by Danny Machaj. Brian Yantelson is in the public address announcer's booth, setting the mood. We're set. The 15th California Winter League title game presented by State Farm, Cindy Pieper. Danny, it seems like the Blue Sox might very well be a team of destiny. Winners of 14 in a row. They have not lost since January 26, but they have one final opponent standing in their way, the Alberta Grizzly, one of the 2 teams that's beaten them this year. And on the other end, their starting pitcher, Wyatt Rowland, is the man who started the combined no-hitter that very day against the Blue Sox the last time they lost. I think we're in for a good one, my friend.
Boy, I couldn't be more excited for this matchup today. You know, we got 2 heavyweights yesterday. The Grizzly really hot with the bats. Excited to see if they're still hot. And the Blue Sox, meanwhile, riding this streak. Boy, I can't wait to see if they can really complete it here in the championship.
It's a packed house and an electrifying atmosphere as we're about set to get going. We'll take a look at the Grizzly lineup, led by the manager, Jared Lemieux. Clayton Larange leads it off. Ben Gaber bats second. Gavin Stupensky, the catcher, at third. Kenise Ejos in the cleanup spot. Tate Wargo, the 5th man. Carlos Pinheiro, the 6th hitter. Remy Heckman bats 7th. Jorge Duran will be the DH. Adam Green will round out the order for Alberta. And they'll try and do some damage against David Pentecost, getting the start in the championship for the Blue Sox. Going on 3 days rest, just like Roger Motley III did a day ago. And Pentecost, along with this Blue Sox staff, has been awesome. 3-0, 165 ERA, his 6th game overall. 25 in the 3rd inning, 17 strikeouts, and only 3 walks. And Pentecost is just about set to go. Right on left the matchup as Larange settles in. Working out the stretch exclusively is David Pentecost, set at the chest, and the first pitch of the day is outside for a ball. 12:08 Pacific Standard Time, 71 degrees. No clouds in sight, and a very light breeze going right to left. Pentecost set again, and his 1-0 is it hard in the right field. Giving chase is Jeffrey Morton, and he'll get it down. Sam Rowan bobbles it as he backs up the play, and into second with a leadoff double is Clayton Larange. Just a couple pitches, and Larange with a loud start in the 15th title game of the California Winter League.
Boy, right away you expect it from the Grizzly. They're not gonna wait. They're gonna go right at you, and that's what Larange did. Boy, is this crowd into it already.
The 5th double of the winter for Larange, who came in hitting 400 overall. Ben Gaber, the next hitter, with the open stance and the blue cleats. Short lead at second from Larange. Pentecost set on the third base side. First pitch swinging at a breaking ball. It's hit fairly well to center. Sam Rowan has a beat on it. He makes the catch. Larange will tag. The throw to third comes in on a hop. Larange with a headfirst dive, and he's safe. They appeal the tag over the second. Safe is the call by the second base umpire, Brendan Boucher. As time is called on the field, a 4-man umpire crew today, and a full 9 innings as opposed to 7. And with 1 away, a chance for the Grizzly to get on the board. Gavin Stupensky will be the hitter.
Well, this is what we saw a lot of yesterday from the Grizzly. Get him on, get him over, get him in mentality. And, boy, this middle of the order for them is scary.
And the Blue Sox are playing the infield all the way in with 1 out in the top of the 1st and no score. And the first pitch outside to Stupensky. Gavin hitting .275. A couple home runs. Tied for 3rd in the league in homers among the top 5. And the 1-0, a little outside. First inning, 1 out. The Blue Sox, who have won 14 in a row and have surely scored their share of runs, are playing all the way in. As a couple jets fly over us, off the hands of the first base line, and fouls the call by the home plate umpire, Max Steiner. Steiner, the crew chief, making the calls behind the plate. Franklin Gonzalez is at first. Brendan Boucher, the second base umpire, and Billy Yeager making the calls at third. The canyons of the San Bernardino Mountains in the outfield distance are in view, a little bit faded thanks to a bit of a windstorm last night. Some dust kicked up out there. As the breeze picks up, the 2-1 from Pentecost is a changeup that's outside. Pentecost will feature a fastball, curve, and change. No score, top of the first, 3-1 the count as Pentecost comes set. Lorange at third after doubling to start the game. The 3-1 misses outside. Only the fourth walk of the winter issued by David Pentecost. And it's now first and third, one away.
Not the worst thing in the world to walk him there. They got the double play in order now, but Ejo at the plate, he's been hot.
Right about that you are. Ejo hitting .313 overall. Always a threat for extra bases. As the Blue Sox middle infielders back up to try and turn two. The right fielder Jeffrey Morden playing on the shallow side. Short lead from Stupensky at first. And the first pitch from Pentecost is a curveball in for a called strike. Boy, this just feels electrifying up here. 0-1 the count, one out as Pentecost comes set. Dangerous spot in the first and third. The ball's back towards the middle. Backhand to stop Catalano. Flips to second for one. Over the first. In time. What a play by Tim Catalano to start the 4-6-3 double play. And that keeps the Grizzly off the board. The Blue Sox turned double plays in the first and second inning in yesterday's semifinal against the Lumberjacks, and they avoid any damage in the first. No runs, a hit, and a man left for Alberta. Washington will come to the plate for the first time when we come back.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Well, wasn't that a loud start? The Grizzly threatening with men on first and third and one out, and a double play erased any kind of damage. So no score, bottom of the first. We'll take a look at the Blue Sox lineup. Nick Gonzalez, Sam Rowan, Alejandro Lara moves up to the third spot. Jeffrey Morden hits fourth. Deontay Jackson still at the designated hitter's position as the fifth man. Bryson Gandy hits sixth. Taylor Maldonado, who's caught every game this winter for the Blue Sox, hits seventh. Tim Catalano, the eighth man. Phil Demas gets the start in the place of Micah Bucchino, who did come up shaken up after a play at first yesterday. He'll bat ninth. And they'll try and do some damage against a very tough pitcher indeed in Wyatt Roland. Roland, as mentioned earlier, way back on January 26, started and went the first 4 innings in a combined no-hitter against the Washington Blue Sox, which initially made them 0-2. Grizzly, they stumbled towards the end of the season. They had a stretch of going 5 games winless. They won their regular season finale. Then they were able to handle the Canada A's on their way over here. MLB China on their way to this game. And then an upset against the British Columbia Bombers yesterday. And Roland going on short rest, as well as Pentecost. He threw 50 pitches just a couple days ago. So we'll see how long he can go and how sharp he'll be. As Nick Gonzalez settles in, Roland out of the windup with the long hair. And his first pitch at the bottom of the first is down and in to Gonzalez. Roland, not an overpowering thrower. Fastball, changeup, slider. Guy who tries to hit his spots and trick the hitters as much as he can. And the 1-0 delivery is swung on and missed. A breaking ball that time at 66.
Gonzalez shaking his head after that one. He's Just telling himself, man, why did you swing at that? He knew it.
Gonzalez comes in a 306 hitter, and the 1-1 is a curveball off the hands. One hopper out to short. Backhanded by Heckman. Long throw across is in time. Couple good defensive plays from the middle infielders to get us going. One out, and it brings up Sam Rowan.
Heckman's been doing that all year long. He's not a big guy, but he's got range and he's got an arm. You know, he planted the back foot there, able to make a strong throw on the money.
Rowan, a very consistent hitter, 414. No extra base hits, 5 RBIs as he holds the bat up high and above his shoulders. He swings at the first pitch. That ball's rocketed into the gap in left center, and it'll get up against the wall. Rowan makes the turn for second as Clayton Larange picks it up and fires it into the cutoff man. A one-out double for Sam Rowan, his first extra base hit of the season.
Well, Evan, we were wondering if the Grizzly bats would stay hot from yesterday, and we can see that they're seeing the ball well in the first. But don't forget about the Blue Sox. You know, they say, hey, wait a second, we haven't hit yet. And there's a double for them, too.
These are two of arguably the best lineups in the entire league, and they have been premier hitters throughout this winter. 99 off the bat of Sam Rowan. Now it's Alejandro Lara. He was kept quiet yesterday, 0 for 4 with a couple strikeouts. And he takes the first pitch low and in the dirt. Lara finished the regular season above 500, the leading hitter in the California Winter League. And this goes to show how strong this Blue Sox team has been. Their best hitter doing nothing at the plate yesterday, still able to come away with a win and score 7 runs. Slide step delivery, it's in the dirt, and it gets past Stupensky to the backstop. Up to third is Rowan with 1 away. No score, bottom of the first. Similar situation now. The Grizzly had a man on third with 1 out. Thanks to a double play, not able to capitalize. And just to go back to that great defensive play from the first inning by Tim Catalano to start the double play, the ball came off the bat of Kenice Ijo at 98 miles an hour on the backhanded stop. And the Grizzly are playing the infield all the way in as well, just like the Blue Sox. Rolling down the stretch, and the 2-0 is a called strike. Bit of a pitcher's call from Max Steiner as Lara steps out. Outfielders playing medium deep as the breeze has quieted down. Blue Sox trying to capitalize first. The 2-1 is hit into right field. It's not hard, but it'll drop in for a hit down the right field line. Rowan will coast in the score. Lara makes a turn for second. The throw from Pinheiro is cut off. RBI double, Alejandro Lara. And a hitter who's been as consistent as he's been, not going to keep him quiet for long. 1-0 Blue Sox in the bottom of the first, and still only 1 away.
Yeah, definitely not going to keep Lara quiet for long. An uncharacteristic day, like you said yesterday, and we were kind of looking at each other like, oh, what happened? Well, you know what? It only takes 1 day for him to be due, and all it takes is a little bloop like that.
The league-leading 15th RBI for Lara, and now it's Morden, and he takes a pitch a little high. Lara finished the regular season the leader in hits, the leader in hitting overall, and RBIs. And the Blue Sox still a chance for more. 1-0, 1 away, bottom of the first. Roland is in a jam. And the 1-0 pitch to Morden on the inside corner for a called strike. And keep in mind, plenty of time for both teams. We're going 9 innings today. We'll see a handful of pitchers from other rosters drafted by each of the Blue Sox and Grizzly from other teams who are eliminated. The 1-1 misses outside. As another jet flies above us, good group of kids playing in the bounce house down the left field line. A full day at the ballpark and a packed house. Roland comes set. Lara inches off of second. The shortstop Heckman playing behind him. And the next pitch is swung on and lofted into left center. It's not deep. Larange, and it's Kenice Ijo who makes the catch at the last second, calling off Larange. Holding up at second is Lara. Now 2 away in the bottom of the first.
Now that one off the left-handed bat started in center field and just kept on tailing. Great job by Ijo to be there.
Now it's Deontay Jackson. He's hitting .344 overall, a home run, a triple, and 3 doubles, 5 RBIs. He picked up a big RBI single yesterday to give the Blue Sox an insurance run. He swings at the first pitch as he often does and rolls it foul up the third base line towards the Blue Sox dugout. Jackson, a well-rounded overall athlete. A star football player at the University of Oregon. He spent some time in the practice squad for the San Francisco 49ers. The 0-1 delivery to him. Another breaking ball. He swings and misses. Now 0-2 with 2 away. Roland's already allowed 1 thanks to back-to-back doubles from Rowan and Lara. Trying to escape further damage with Alejandro Lara looming at second. Bryson Gandy waits on deck with first open. The count 0-2 to Jackson, the DH. Big hole on the right side with Tate Wargo, the second baseman, holding the runner. The 0-2 is down and away as Jackson steps out.
Not surprised Rowan went back to the breaking ball there because he had Jackson off balance the previous pitch. We'll see if he goes back to it again, and knowing that Jackson mashes fastballs.
Roland and Jackson both with the high socks. Roland checks Lara once. He steps off and fakes a throw to second as Lara got way off the bag. The Grizzly with the dark green tops and the white bottoms. The Blue Sox, their blue tops and white bottoms. As Roland and now set and ready. 1-2 the count, 2 outs, 1-0 Blue Sox, bottom of the first, and a curveball in the dirt again. A couple of good takes by Jackson.
Well, eventually he's gonna have to go back to the fastball. He's just got to place it well.
As Roland with a new baseball, now he re-engages. Jackson standing a little closer to the plate with the white batting gloves on. Awaiting the 2-2. And here is the pitch, curveball, and that hits Jackson right on the elbow. So first base is open. Roland, who does not issue a whole lot of free passes, makes it first and second with 2 away. And that brings up Bryson Gandy. Gandy was kept quiet yesterday. He did score a run thanks to a walk, hitting 161 overall with the yellow batting gloves and the yellow spikes. First and second, 2 away. The first pitch from Roland. That's hit hard into right field. Pinheiro goes back. He's playing deep. He leaps up, and he makes the catch just in front of the wall to save a couple runs. Pinheiro got turned around. It was hit out there hard at 97 miles an hour off of Gandy's bat. The defense is dazzling early. The Blue Sox were able to get a run, though, thanks to a couple doubles from Rowan and Lara. We'll head to the top of the second. 1-0 Blue Sox in the CWL championship game brought to us by State Farm's Cindy Pieper.
Elmer's Restaurants. Welcome to the family.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Top of the second inning at Palm Springs Stadium as we gather for the last time this winter. 1-0 Blue Sox. David Pentecost will get back to work on the mound. He'll face the 5, 6, 7 hitters for Alberta. Tate Wargo, Carlos Pinheiro, and Remy Heckman. Blue Sox allowed the Grizzly to get men on first and third with 1 away. A double play ball erased any damage right there. As Pentecost all finished with his warm-up pitches. Wargo, the leading hitter for the Alberta Grizzly, one of the leaders in the entire league, 433 with a double, a triple, 4 RBIs. One of the primary fire starters, standing at 5'8", 160 pounds out of the University of Akron. Right on right the matchup. The corner infielders are in. First pitch from Pentecost is a curveball and a called strike. Some oohs and ahs from the fans below us. Thought that pitch was outside. And according to the box, they were right. 0-1 the count, Pentecost out of the stretch. And his delivery is a curveball off the end of the bat, lofted into left. It'll drop in front of Bryson Gandy for a hit. Second hit of the day for the Grizzly, matching the Blue Sox with 2 apiece. And a leadoff base runner. As Carlos Pinheiro will walk to the box, we'll take a look at Washington defensively. Bryson Gandy, Sam Rowe, and Jeffrey Morton left to right. Alejandro Lara, Nick Gonzalez, Tim Catalano, Phil Demas going third to first around the horn. Taylor Maldonado behind the plate as usual, and David Pentecost working his second inning on the mound in a 1-0 Blue Sox game in the top of the second. And the first pitch to Pinheiro will have to wait. A check on the runner at first. Wargo goes back diving.
A great first couple of innings already. Really exciting. I'm excited to see what's to come in this game.
As Wargo inches off, he is a threat to run. He starts and stops, and the pitch by Pentecost is outside. Wargo has stolen 6 bases this winter. A very good athlete over there. He does like to run. But Maldonado throws very well. A shake-off from Pentecost, and now he comes set. Glove at the letters. Wargo is inching over there, and there he goes. The pitch taken inside. Throw from Maldonado's knees. It's close. Out is the call at second base. A strike to second from Maldonado. Wargo could not get his hand in. 1 away, and the base is clear in the second.
Boy, a great throw from Maldonado. He's been doing it all year, and just right on the money.
And the count 2-0 to Pinheiro. 1 away, the base is clear. Trailing the Blue Sox 1-0. The pitch by Pentecost is a little high. Now 3-0 the count. Pinheiro hitting 194. He has walked 5 times. We'll see if he takes all the way. With the purple helmet and a slightly open stance, the 3-0 pitch, he does take all the way, and he takes a strike.
You could tell Pentecost is getting in his groove, getting up on the mound a little bit faster now.
Working quickly now, his 3-1 is a curveball in. Oh, thought the home plate umpire Steiner would call it a strike. He calls low. So the second walk issued by David Pentecost, and a man on first again, this time with 1 out. Right, did you think he was going to call that a strike too?
It looked like it. It looked like his, he moved similar to how he would and he calls a strike, but a little low with his own.
Yeah, it was low according to the box. Now Remy Heckman, the hitter, the 7th man, waving the bat above his head. First pitch to him, swung on and hit into right center field fairly well. Sam Rowan gives chase into the alleyway. He has a bead on it and makes the catch. Retreating to first is Pinheiro. Now 2 away in the top of the second. And Jorge Duran, the DH, will be the hitter.
Boy, that ball carried, Evan. Didn't seem like it would, and the wind's kind of going the opposite way, but that thing got pretty deep out there in the gap.
Duran's hitting .310 this winter. 5 doubles and 8 RBIs. He did not play in the win yesterday against the Bombers. He went 2 for 3 against MLB China in the quarterfinal game. Pinheiro goes in the first pitch. Curveball in the dirt. No throw down by Maldonado. And Carlos Pinheiro steals second. Pinheiro, the big guy, can run. That's his 6th stolen bag of the winter. And 1-0 to Duran. A single should score a run as the Grizzly trail 1-0. The pitch by Pentecost is a called strike on the inside corner. As Duran steps out, a short conversation with the home plate umpire Max Steiner as he nods his head. Very light breeze now blowing directly in from center. On this clear day with no clouds. The 1-1. Curveball in the dirt. Good play by Maldonado to keep it around him. 2-1 with 2 outs. As Duran walks back to the box, the second baseman, Catalano, keeping Pinheiro close. And that caught stealing by Tate Wargo looms a little larger now. Pentecost checks the runner once, the 2-1, misses outside. And Maldonado calls time. I think he was crossed up on that curveball. He's going to talk to Pentecost. Fortunate that ball didn't get away from him. The Blue Sox leading the Grizzly 1-0. 2 outs, top of the second. Alberta threatening.
Well, definitely a good time for a meeting. Adam Green on deck had 2 hits yesterday, so he's got a hot bat. You'd rather just get Duran out, who didn't play in the game yesterday.
First base is open with the 9-man waiting on deck. Pentecost wants Maldonado to go through the signs again. He says yes, he has his sign. Comes set. Big lead at second from Pinheiro. Catalano right on the bag, keeping him close to 3-1 as a curveball. Lashed through the middle, it'll drop in for a hit. Jared Lemieux will wave Pinheiro around. The throw by Rowan to the plate on a hop in time to get Carlos Pinheiro. He was out by a country mile at the plate. What a throw by Rowan. What a tag by Maldonado. Some fantastic defense from the Blue Sox saves yet another run. And we'll go to the bottom of the second. The Blue Sox remain on top 1-0 over the Grizzly.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Bottom of the second inning for the 15th California Winter League Championship game, brought to us by State Farm. Cindy Pieper. Wyatt Rowland back to work. He'll face the bottom third for Washington. Maldonado, Catalano, and Phil Demas. The Grizzly looked like they were going to get on the board in their half of the second. But an out at the plate, courtesy of the center fielder Sam Rowan, keeps it a 1-0 game. Maldonado awaits the first pitch from Rowland out of the windup, and he swings the first pitch and pops it up a mile high, middle of the infield. The shortstop Remy Heckman comes in, wanders around the bid, and he makes a snow cone catch just in front of the second base bag.
Ooh.
One pitch, and Maldonado's retired, who actually opened the scoring yesterday for the Blue Sox with a double.
Oh, it almost popped out of Heckman's glove there. Got to be careful.
As Catalano digs in, we'll take a look at the Grizzly defensively. Ejo, Laranja, and Pinheiro left to right. Green, Heckman, Wargo, Gabur third to first. Stupensky behind the plate as Rowland's first pitch to Catalano is in for a called strike. Wyatt Rowland working the second inning for Alberta, coming off of 1 day's rest, starting and throwing 50 pitches against MLB China. The 0-1 is in the dirt. Two lineups that can score in a hurry. Blue Sox trying to win its 15th game in a row to virtually run the table and win the title. The 1-1 with one away is in the dirt. The left fielder, Kenise Ejo, playing very deep. Clayton Laranji in center, a little more shallow, and Carlos Pinheiro could practically shake the hand of Ben Gabur at first. That's how shallow he is. As the breezes calm down this warm Sunday afternoon. The 2-1 is hit on the line, caught out of the air by Tate Wargo, just about a foot off the ground. 90 miles an hour off the bat of Tim Catalano, 2 up, 2 down in the second. And the 9-man Phil Demas will bat. The first time we've seen Phil Demas in the lineup over these 3 playoff games for Washington. In the place of banged up Michael Bucchino. He takes a first pitch curveball for a strike. Demas, one of the local coaches at the College of the Desert. Trying to come up big, help his team find a way to win the championship game. The 0-1 from Roland, and another curveball in for a strike. That came in at 68. 0-2 the count with 2 away. Washington leading Alberta 1-0, bottom of the second. And the pitch from Roland. Fastball in the dirt. Maybe the change of that time. It came in at 73. Hunter did mention before the game, reminding us that Roland's one of those guys where there's often not a lot of velocity separation on his 3 pitches. But the movement is staggering. A lot of movement on the fastball in either direction. The 1-2 with 2 outs. That one's off the hands, out to center field. Clayton Larange has it played perfectly as he makes the catch on the line. Wyatt Roland, after allowing a run in the first, works a 1-2-3 second. We're through 2 full at Palm Springs Stadium. The Blue Sox won. The Grizzly looking to get on the board.
Immerse yourself in the ultimate fan experience at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Stop by any of our 3 premier properties in the Coachella Valley to catch all of the games on our giant wraparound screens. See real-time scores on our giant LED sports ticker. Plus, enjoy exciting twists on all of your bar food favorites. Get your game on at 360 Sports in Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, or Cathedral City. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
As we get ready for the top of the 3rd inning in the 15th California Winter League Championship game, with the Blue Sox leading the Grizzly 1-0, Sport Clips are the pros in men's hair. They have cutting-edge stylists and hairstyles to give you a championship haircut. Make sure to check out their signature haircut service, the MVP Haircut Experience, which includes a precision haircut, hot towel, massaging shampoo, and neck and shoulder treatment. David Pentecost, who's working on 3 days rest, gets back to work for the 3rd. He'll face the 9th man, Adam Green, then the top in Larange and Gabur, as he just finishes up his pitches. And Pentecost, he better be careful. It was yesterday during the 3rd inning that the Grizzly put 8 runs on the board. Yes, 8 runs on 9 hits while sending 13 men to the plate. Danny, if I'm not mistaken, you almost ran out of things to say. It was that many hits.
I did. I ran out of things to say. It was a lot of hits at once, and hopefully for the Grizzly that'll happen again.
Adam Green, who likes to wave the bat, takes a first pitch strike. 3 hits for the Grizzly, 2 for the Blue Sox to start the top of the 3rd. Pentecost out of the stretch. The 0-1 is a little inside. The changeup that time at 74. Green comes in hitting .379. He went 2 for 3 with an RBI in yesterday's win against the Bombers. An awkward swing and a miss at a curveball as Green steps out now, behind 1-2. Trying to make Pentecost work. He's allowed base runners in each of his first 2 innings, aided by an outfield assist from Sam Rowan to keep Alberta off the board. The 1-2 delivery is ripped into left center field. That'll drop in for a hit. Over to get it is Gandy. Adam Green, a leadoff single, and Alberta has had the leadoff man aboard in each of the first 3 innings.
Boy, Adam Green's gotten hot as of late. He's really done a good job turning this order over. And now is when it really can get dangerous for Pentecost.
Absolutely an ideal man to have in the 9th spot. And it's Larange who doubled to start the game. The outfield playing deep for the Blue Sox. He shows bunt. He bunts in the air foul to the left side. And we have seen a lot more small ball as we've gotten into the playoffs. With every at-bat meaning that much more.
Yeah, these players don't, I mean, they want to win. They definitely want to win.
Larange with the purple shin guard and a slightly open stance. The Sox pulled up. The 0-1. He does not show bunt, and he takes a little high. Larange comes in with a 7-game hit streak now after the double in the first. And the 1-1, a little up and away again. 2-1 the count. Washington leading Alberta 1-0. Top of the 3rd. Green aboard at first with nobody out. Morton and Rowan not playing Larange all that deep despite the double earlier. The 2-1 misses way outside. Maldonado has to come out of his crouch.
Well, the Grizzly gotten a runner on for the first batter of the inning, all 3 innings. As long as I keep that up, I just got to get those guys in.
Pentecost checks the runner once. Now he comes set with the count 3-1. Washington looking to turn 2. And the pitch is up and inside. The walk to Larange puts men on first and second with nobody out. The 3rd walk already issued by Pentecost. Time is called. Here comes the manager, Jimmy Johnson. And just like that, there is action in the Blue Sox bullpen. That's Xingming Pong, who's getting up and loosened. The right-hander. Trying to give him some extra time just in case. This game will definitely come down to the bullpens. Maldonado also out on the mound as JJ walks off. It's been a lot of traffic for Pentecost. Able to escape each time, aided by a double play in the first on a great play by Catalano, and of course, the outfield assist, getting it out at the plate by Sam Rowan. Now it's Ben Gabur. He flew out to center in the first. The first baseman, Phil Demas, playing in on the grass in case of a bunt. First pitch to Gabur is a called strike. He did not show bunt.
Well, you can see the defensive formation here is different than a normal first and second situation. You saw them have a meeting in the middle on that stoppage of play.
The 0-1 pitch is a curveball, check swing and no swing. Wow, Rowan in center and Gandy in left are playing very deep. Same with Morton in right. Ben does have pop with the red helmet and the slightly open stance, the blue shin guard. The 1-1 from Pentecost is at the knees for a called strike. 79 on that fastball.
Oh, perfect pitch right at the bottom of the zone on the black.
1-2 the count. Gabur trying to at least move a runner like he did in the first. Pentecost checks Green at second, and the 1-2 is topped foul. A full house. Based on the sounds, at least most of them cheering for Alberta. As a breeze comes in, now coming in from left actually, based on the bullpen flags at least. 1-2 the count, a huge lead for Adam Green at second. Larange at first. And the pitch. High bouncer to the left side. What a play by Lara on the short hop, and he gets the out at second. Alejandro Lara, just a vacuum on the left side of the infield. He gets an important first out. Green up to third. Lauranje retired. Gabur aboard on the fielder's choice. How good has this defense been?
Yeah, really good so far today. Really some tough plays, tough short hops just like that one. It's been really good.
Gavin Stupensky, one of the few Grizzly to not join the 11 hit parade yesterday in the 9-4 win against the Bombers. He walked his only time up in the first. First and third, one out for the Grizzly, trailing 1-0. Pentecost first pitch is outside. The Grizzly had men on first and third, one out in the first. A double play erased that threat. Alberta leading Washington in hits 4-2 early. The 1-0 from David. In the dirt, handled by Maldonado. Shin-Ming Pong continues to loosen in the Washington bullpen. Jimmy Johnson, who's standing up now out of his chair, looking down to the bullpen for a signal. You wonder how long he'll give David Pentecost. 2-0 the count as Pentecost is set, and the pitch. That's it pretty well out to center field. Sam Rowan goes back towards the track, looking up, and it's off the wall. Coasting home is Green. Gabur got a good jump from first. He's being waved home. The throw by Gonzalez to the plate. It's bobbled by Maldonado. Safe is the call at the plate. A defiant call by Max Steiner. It was going to be a bang-bang play at the plate. Maldonado could not handle the throw. A two-run double for Gavin Stupensky. High off the center field wall. Makes it 2-1 Grizzly in the third.
Boy, what a hit and what a slide by Gabur. Kind of goes around like a hook slide around home and evades Maldonado to get that second run to take the lead.
99 off the bat from the left-hander Stupensky. And now it's Kenise Ejo. He into the fourth 6-3 double play in the first. On the ball, he hit 98 miles an hour. He swings the first pitch, rolls it to third. Crazy hop, handled by Lara. It's a fair ball over the first, just in time to get him, according to Frankie Gonzalez. Stupensky forced to stay at second. Bat hit some kind of divot and took a wriggly hop nearly over the head of Alejandro Lara, and he just got Ejo at first. And it's left to Tate Wargo. 2 away. Gavin Stupensky at second. 2-1 Grizzly. Alberta a chance for more. Wargo singled his only time up in the second. Pentecost first pitch. A curveball behind Wargo. It goes to the backstop. Stupensky will coast into third on the wild pitch. Well, and it looks like Shin-Ming Pong is done throwing in the Blue Sox pen, so he's ready. Could this be the last hitter for Pentecost if he's not able to retire Wargo? As he stares in for his sign, who works exclusively out of the stretch. Wargo waits the 1-0 as Pentecost comes set with the baby blue glove. Curveball right off the shoulder of Wargo. First pitch curve was behind him. That curveball hit him. Puts men on first and third with 2 away. And up comes the manager, Jimmy Johnson, as he makes the slow walk to the mound. That'll be it for David Pentecost. He'll leave the game with a trailing 2-1. Both runners are his responsibility. Going on 3 days rest, he battled the best he could. Did not have his best stuff, understandably so. Pentecost leaves with 2 outs in the third. Shin-Ming Pong will enter. We'll step aside for a second before we introduce him. Welcome back to the 15th California Winter League Championship game, brought to us by State Farm's Cindy Pieper. Pentecost is out. Xingming Pang is in for his 7th game of the season, all out of the bullpen, 2-1, a 2.47 ERA for the 6-foot, 190-pound right-hander out of Chinese Taipei. 11 in the 3rd inning, 16 strikeouts. Keep an eye on the 10 walks to go along with 10 hits. And he comes in a dangerous spot with 1st and 3rd, 2 outs. Both guys are Pentecost responsibility, who leaves after starting the first 2 2/3 innings, allowing 2 earned runs for now. His line's not done yet. 3 walks, 1 hit batter, no strikeouts to go along with 5 hits for the Grizzly. And the first man Pong will face is Carlos Pinheiro. He walked and was thrown out at the plate in the 2nd inning. And there's another guy getting warmed up in the Blue Sox pen just in case. That's Connor Gleason. And Pong is an original Blue Sox. Good chance the rest of the guys that we see out of the Washington bullpen are all drafted from other teams. First pitch to Pinheiro. High bounce to the 3rd. To fair ball. Lara around the 3rd base bag. Throws across his body. Plenty of time to get Pinheiro. Alejandro Lara, an all-star defensively in the California Winter League, ends any jam. But the damage has been done. Gavin Stupensky delivers with the 2-run double off the center field wall. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. Alberta takes a 2-1 lead over Washington.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
If you wanted non-stop action, then the California Winter League YouTube is the place to go. We're only through 2.5 innings. It's already 2-1 Grizzly. Wyatt Rowland will get back to work for Alberta, now with the lead. And he'll face the top of the Blue Sox order, Gonzalez, Rowan, and Lara, the scheduled hitters. And Washington has come from behind a few times. They trailed the Lumberjacks 1-0 early yesterday before putting 3 runs on the board in the 2nd. Eventually, they put up a 4 spot to all but end the game later on. Rowland out of the windup looking for a shutdown frame. His first pitch to Nick Gonzalez is taken low. Nick Gonzalez bounced out to short to open the first inning for Washington. Ejo in left is playing very deep. He is way back there. The 1-0 pitch, big swing and a miss by Gonzalez. 75 miles an hour coming in from Rowland. On a pitch that broke 18 inches. Set at the letters. Rowland hesitates a bit in his windup. Now he goes home. Popped up to the right side. Along the line, all 3 players converge, and it's the right fielder, Carlos Pinheiro, who makes the sliding grab in fair territory. That's one of those loopers where Gonzalez hit it right into the Bermuda Triangle. That time, the right fielder able to make the play.
The defense continuing to shine here today, Evan. Still no errors, and there's a lot of plays where there could have been.
Whether you look at Pinheiro or the catchers or the second baseman for the Blue Sox, Tim Catalano and Sam Rowan, defense everywhere. First pitch to Sam Rowan misses outside. Rowan doubled in the first and came around to score the only run so far for the Blue Sox as they trail the Grizzly 2-1. 1 out, bases clear, bottom of the third. The 1-0 from Wyatt Rowland. Breaking pitch misses upstairs at 71. Connor Gleason, the big right-hander, still throwing in the Blue Sox pen. Jimmy Welsher is up and loosening for the Grizzly. Next offering is low by Rowland. 3-0 the count to Sam Rowan. Rowland, who's worked quickly the entire afternoon, is set, and here's his 3-0 pitch. On the outside corner for a called strike. Rowland, the guy who's came into play only walking 4 batters. And he's hit 1. The 3-1 pitch is fouled into the screen. Now the count full.
Rowland's done a good job of coming back after 3-0 counts all season as well. Let's see if he can come all the way back and get him out for the second one.
As the flag's in center now at full tilt, blowing in from left. The 3-2 with 1 away. Off the hands, hit out to second on a couple hops. Flag down by Wargo. He deposits over the first, 2 away in the third.
Another tough hop on the short one there. Wargo confident in the pick.
He took a chance taking it off to the side too, but it worked out. Now it's Lara. He doubled home a run his only time up in the first. Always a dangerous hitter. The regular season leader in hitting and RBIs. Hits with the bases clear, trailing 2-1 to the Grizzly. And he swings the first pitch and chops it foul to the left side. Larange playing quite shallow in center, and even with the wind blowing in from left, Ejo in left field is still playing deep. And again, 350 into the corners on both sides, 400 to center. And the 0-1 delivery with 2 away is swung on, hit foul at the plate. 0-2 the count to Lara. Jimmy Welsher from the Palm Springs Power still loosening for the Grizzly. And it looks like Gleason is all finished with his warm-ups. 0-2 the count. A long hold this time from Rowland. And now he's set. He kicks and deals. Curveball on the outside corner for a called strike 3. It was a strike according to the box, just catching the corner. The first strikeout of the afternoon for Wyatt Rowland, and he set down each of the last 7 Blue Sox hitters, working a 1-2-3 third. We'll head to the top of the fourth. Grizzly still on top of the Blue Sox 2-1. As we move to the top of the fourth inning, I'm Evan Schmeizer, joined by Danny Machaj. The Blue Sox already going to their second reliever. Xingming Peng, who came in the third in relief of David Pentecost, retired the only hitter he faced. And Connor Gleason takes over on the mound. Gleason, who is taken from the Oregon Lumberjacks. He comes in off a day's rest. He threw a couple days ago. He went to 2 1/3 innings. He was credited with the win in that game against the Chill in a wild game. Allowed a single unearned run. 2-1 overall, 184 ERA his 9th game, 19 innings, 30 strikeouts, and only 5 walks. He works out of the stretch. Remy Heckman, the first batter he'll face, and Gleason delivers a strike. Connor Gleason, the 6'3", 230-pound right-hander out of Auckland, New Zealand. Working out the stretch on the far first base side with the close stance, the Sox pulled up high. And the 0-1 is chopped high over the third. Lara, he's a busy guy, and he fires across in time. Alejandro Lara has made each of the last 4 putouts for the Washington defense.
Yeah, definitely busy and making those plays look easy, making those hard ones look routine. To end the last inning, he had a nice backhander and threw across his body.
Jorge Duran, the hitter, he singled in the second. 5 hits for Alberta, 2 for Washington as the Grizzly lead 2-1. Gleason set at the belt in his first pitch. That's it on a high bounce. Out to second. Catalano has to throw across his body on one hop to first. Dug out by Phil Demas. The great defense from both teams continue. 2 up, 2 down in the fourth for Gleason, and the 9th man, Adam Green, will bat.
My goodness, Evan, I know it's early, but 0 errors, 0 bobbles, no nothing yet. Very clean on the defensive side.
I mean, as you kind of alluded to, even the 0 errors doesn't give the defense enough credit.
Right.
Green singled and scored his only time up in the third. So he holds the bat low, waving it around. He takes the first pitch, changeup inside by Gleason. That came in at 81 to go along with this fastball that sits around 90-91. Gleason set again, trying to work a 1-2-3 fourth. And the pitch, fastball at 90, called outside. It did catch the corner, but Gleason missed his spot. Morton, as he often does, playing shallow against the right-handed hitters. Rowan and Gandy straight up. The 2-0 pitch. Awkward swing, and he fouls it back. It was right down the middle, but Green kind of just flailed at it.
This is the perfect time for the Blue Sox to put Gleason in, I think, because now the Grizzly hitters kind of have to get used to the faster speed. And that gives, hopefully, a little bit of time for the Blue Sox offense to get going again.
The 2-1 pitch, wave and a miss, and an 82-mile-an-hour breaking ball. As Jimmy Welsh continues to throw in the Alberta bullpen. Green steps out. Now he re-engages, staring down a 2-2 count from Gleason with the bases clear. Connor trying to work a 1-2-3 fourth. He comes set. The Blue Sox trailing 2-1. Deep breath from Gleason. And the pitch, another swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Maldonado makes the tag to finish off the strikeout. Connor Gleason works a 1-2-3 fourth out of the bullpen in relief of Xingming Peng. Looks like the pitching, at least for now, has restored some order. As we're through 4 full, we'll head to, as we're through 3.5, we'll head to the bottom of the fourth. 2-1 Grizzly. Bottom of the fourth for the California Winter League Championship game, brought to us by State Farm Cindy Pieper. The Grizzly will go to the bullpen for the first time today. Jimmy Welsh will take over. The line for Wyatt Rowland complete. 3 innings, 2 hits, an earned run, 1 hit batter, a strikeout, and no walks. So both teams now into their bullpen in the 4th inning. Welsher, who was taken from the Palm Springs Power, the leader in ERA as it stands right now, 1-1, 0.3 earned run average. His 10th game overall, 23 in the 3rd innings, 18 strikeouts, only 2 walks. Left on left the matchup. Jeffrey Morton, the cleanup man, the first man Welsher will face. And the first pitch to him is in for a called strike. 80 on the heater from Welsher. Rowland able to put up a 0 his last time out. Gleason able to do the same for the Blue Sox. Curveball at 70, misses low. Morton flew out to left his only time up in the first. Blue Sox trailing the Grizzly 2-1. The 1-1 pitch. That's ripped over the first, caught out of the air by Ben Gaber. Looked like he was about to leave his feet, but the top spin brought that ball down. 1 away in the 4th on a loud first out.
Boy, every time we think something's going to go wrong with the defenses, somebody makes a great play.
Now it's Deontay Jackson. Always dangerous when he comes up. Hit by a pitch his only time up. Left on right the matchup. Big swing and a miss by Deontay Jackson. Right down the middle at 81. He loves the fastball. As he steps out, now he'll re-engage. Everybody playing deep, including the infielders. The 1-1 out of the stretch from Welsher is at the knees for a strike. Jackson was leaning out over the plate. I think he was surprised the pitch was towards the inner half. As the breeze shifts again, now going back right to left. Welsher set the 0-2 delivery and fouled straight back. Jackson went after a high fastball.
Well, we've seen Jackson fight all year. No surprise that he is right now. And we've also seen him swing at the first pitch a lot.
Welsher set on the third base side of the rubber with the baby blue glove. And the pitch, curveball, swung on and missed by Jackson. I think Welsher forgot the out. He started to walk back towards the dugout. Now 2 away in the 4th, and Bryson Gandy the hitter. First strikeout out of the pen for Jimmy. Bryson Gandy, who lined out to the track in right field. Carlos Pinheiro robbing him of extra base hits and possibly a couple runs for Washington. Curveball in for a strike. The Blue Sox trying to win its 15th game in a row to win the title, trailing 2-1. Left on left the matchup, the 0-1 pitch. Another curveball down and away. Kanisi Ijo, despite the lefty at the plate, still very deep. Pinheiro in right could practically touch the wall in right. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball at the knees, strike 2. Welsher, he's all ready to go again. Already has the ball back. He's back in the rubber. Gandy wanted a little more time. Now he has to get back in. Welsher set. The 1-2 with 2 away. Fastball a little outside. Some oohs and ahs from the crowd. It did miss as Gandy steps out. The Blue Sox open the scoring with 1 in the first. It could have been more if not for the good defense. 2 for the Grizzly in the 3rd. The next pitch is lined softly out to 3rd, caught by Adam Green. The defensive positioning playing deep helped him out that time. Jimmy Welsher is able to match Connor Gleason's 1-2-3 inning with a clean 4th. 3 straight zeros on the board from both pitching staffs, and we'll go to the top of the 5th. Alberta 2, Washington 1.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Hamburgers, all about.
So, Oh, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
As we get set for the top of the fifth, we'll do a double take for our On This Day. I'll do one now and then one a little bit later. So on this date, February 18th in 1999, the United States Postal Service issued a Jackie Robinson stamp as part of their Celebrate the Century program. Robinson was selected to represent the 1940s. The second ball player chosen in that edition, Babe Ruth, in the previous May, represented the 1920s. I gotta get me one of those stamps. One of the guys at my church, he might have given me a Jackie Robinson stamp. He gave me a few stamps, though, of some famous ball players. I think Clemente was one of them.
I'm sure they're pretty valuable nowadays, right?
The ones I have aren't exactly mint condition, but they're cool regardless. They're not worth money, the ones I have. Gleason will get back to work, and they'll face the top of the order. First pitch to the lefty, Larange, and a big cut and a miss. Larange 1 for 1, with a double and a walk. Gleason worked a 1-2-3 fourth, back out for the fifth. Nobody loosening in either bullpen, just a couple guys stretching for Alberta. In the 0-1, fastball a little high. 91 again from the right-hander Gleason. 3 straight scoreless innings after just loud hits all the way around to start. The 1-1 Gleason out of the stretch, set at the belt, and the 1-1 in the dirt, 2-1. As it stands right now, the Grizzly leading the Blue Sox 2-1. Every one of us in the press box predicted Washington would win before the game started, but we all figured it'd be close. That was off the end of the bat. Q shot up to third. Lara gloves it. Plenty of time to throw out Larange. Alejandro Lara, who's had a lot of action, is making it look easy at the hot corner.
Yeah, staying busy is a good thing. You know, keep yourself moving, keep the muscles going, especially with the harder thrower on the mound. Don't expect to hit it to third too much.
Now it's Gabur. 0 for 2. He reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the third. With the white batting gloves on, and he takes a first pitch from Gleason a little low. The changeup at 82. By far the best crowd of the season. And we've had some good ones, but a lot of people here today. The 1-0 pitch, down low again, 2-0 the count. Flags are going once again, this time coming in from right.
Yeah, this crowd's giving you the chills today, Evan. Love it.
Deep breath from Gleason. He's set with the 2-0. One's on the ground, staying down on his Gonzalez on a big hop, and he fires across in time to retire Gabur. Couple ground ball outs to start the fifth. 5 up, 5 down for Gleason, and Gavin Stupensky will be the hitter.
You got to expect Stupensky's going to be swinging away here with 2 outs in the lead. Don't want to leave one over the plate for him to mash.
Gavin has been the difference offensively. A 2-run double off the wall in center his last time up in the third. They plated both Gabur and Green. That's where we stand, 2-1 Grizzly. He does swing at the first pitch, and it gets past the first baseman Demas into right field. He was going to backhand, and then the ball just changed trajectory and stayed down. We'll see how it's scored, and it looks like it will go down as a hit. So Gavin Stupensky is 2 for 2.
I don't know about that being called a hit. It was on the backhand, but that play should have been made.
Absolutely should have been made, but a 2-out base runner keeps the inning alive for Alberta, and it's Canisijo. He's 0 for 2. With a couple ground outs. Big hole on the right side. Catalano shaded towards second. And he takes a first pitch heater outside. Stupensky not likely to run at first. He has not attempted a stolen base. A short step and a half lead off the bag. That's swung on and hit in the air to right center. It's pretty deep. Rowan goes back at the track, and it's off his glove. It kicks up against the wall. Stupensky's being waved home. The throw comes into second base, and the throw into third is late. Head first dive by Kanisi Joe. We'll see how that one is scored. It's likely going to be an error, but it's 3-1 Grizzly. And it does go down as an error. That ball was hit a ton out to center field. It jumped 96 off the bat from the right-hander Ejo.
Well, that's been the difference today. It's stayed close because the defenses have been great. But, you know, a muff ball at first and then the missed catch there makes a big difference.
And it's left to Tate Wargo. 1 for 1 with a single, and he was hit by a pitch. Ejo looms at third, and Gleason's first pitch is on the outside corner. So an unearned run charged to Connor Gleason. Looked like it was going to be an easy inning. Then the base hit by Stupensky on a ball that a play that should have been made. Then the 3-base error. Out to second on a couple hops. Bad hop off the chest of Catalano. Throw to first. What? Safe is the call at first. He says Demas was off the bag. Can you believe this? Ejo crosses the plate. The throw beat Tate Wargo by a couple steps. But the first base umpire, Frankie Gonzalez, he said safe right away and off the bag. Out comes the manager, Jimmy Johnson. I guess he's going to see if Frankie Gonzalez can ask for help. He was right on the play. Yeah, now JJ's pointing to the home plate umpire, Max Steiner. Nose to nose is Johnson now with Gonzalez. Now he's walking towards second base. Hands on his hip by Frankie Gonzalez. We have not seen a manager get ejected at all in the Winter League, and this is the most lengthy conversation we've had to date. Oh, one last word from JJ. Yeah, tough to see it from up here. JJ was getting red hot on that one. It's now 4-1 Grizzly, and for what it's worth, Frankie Gonzalez, the first base umpire, did not ask for help after the fact.
Well, Frankie's a young guy over there too, just a 20-year-old. I don't know. That was pretty close. I don't know if that was the right call there.
The first baseman Phil Demas certainly did not agree. So Tate Wargo aboard. It'll go down as an error on the second baseman Wargo. That is how you have to score it. First pitch swing is Pinheiro out to second again. Another crazy up off the chest of Catalano. Now the throw to first. Demas defiantly touches the first base bag in extra time right in front of Frankie Gonzalez. That finally retires the side. 2 unearned runs come across for the Grizzly. A questionable call at first. We got to see Jimmy Johnson get irate at an umpire. It's 4-1 Alberta as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Don't go anywhere.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Bottom of the 5th for the 15th California Winter League Championship game brought to us by State Farm. Cindy Pieper. The Blue Sox have some work to do, now trailing 4-1. The Grizzlies scored twice in the third, 2 unearned runs in the 5th a moment ago. Jimmy Welsher back out for his second inning of work out of the pen. He'll face Maldonado, Catalano, and Dimas, the bottom third of the Blue Sox order. The lefty Welsher worked a 1-2-3 fourth. Maldonado popped out his only time up and takes the first pitch high. What a game so far. All sorts of action. Some great, some little bits of bad, a little bits of ugly, all making for a good game. Foul ball, and Maldonado launches the bat into the screen behind him. The on-deck hitter, Tim Catalano, picks it up and hands it back to Maldonado, who's going to put some more pine tar on it. I couldn't tell you who it was, but we did have a game earlier this season where a right-handed hitter launched the bat and it went about 5 rows into the bleachers on the left side.
Yeah, that was just a couple of days ago. Luckily, nobody was sitting over there.
Maldonado set with some fresh tar. Awaiting a 1-1, Welsher deals out of the stretch. Maldonado swings and fouls it straight back to the screen. Taylor Maldonado, the workhorse behind the plate for Washington, catching every game. And he's been solid. Also with a big double yesterday. Trying to start something with his Blue Sox trailing by 3. And the 1-2 pitch is high. And still plenty of time. Bottom of the 5th. We're going the full 9 innings today. No reason to panic for the Blue Sox. As Maldonado steps out. No pitch clock, no batter's clock in the CWL. Despite all the pitchers generally working fast. And the 2-2. Big swing and a miss by Taylor Maldonado. The second punch out of the pen for Welsher. 4 up, 4 down for the lefty. And Tim Catalano will bat.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We definitely have seen the Blue Sox come back and score a lot of runs in an inning or two. So, a lot of time left.
First pitch to Catalano is a called strike. Tim Catalano lined out to second his only time up. That strikeout by Taylor Maldonado, only the 4th combined punch-out between both teams. The 0-1 delivery swung on off the hands, foul to the right side, and out of play. A gentleman at the edge of the bleachers tried to reach over and make a circus catch. Haven't seen much action in the crowd as far as foul balls are concerned. The 0-2 pitch with 1 out as a curveball that's a little inside. The breeze has calmed down for now on this clear day without any clouds. 73 degrees as it stands. We could get up to as high as 76. The 1-2 delivery, check swing, doesn't matter, a called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Welsher, his 3rd. And Phil Dimas will bat with 2 outs and the bases clear in the 5th.
Boy, does Welsher look good. He's got the spots. He's got a good rhythm of when he wants to throw a certain pitch.
First pitch to Dimas, a called strike on the outer half. Welsher dotting the black. Dimas lined out sharply to center his only at-bat. The 0-1 with 2 outs, check swing outside. Some extra tail on that 76-mile-an-hour pitch. The Blue Sox only 2 hits with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. And granted, they've had some loud outs. The 1-1, a little inside. Alberta with 6 hits to go with their 4 runs. Could be a lot more damage on the scoreboard both sides, if not for some spectacular defense. The 2-1 delivery out of the stretch. Welsh working fast, swung on off the end of the bat on the ground. Remy Heckman, the shortstop, stays down, and he has time to throw out Dimas. Jimmy Welsher has worked a couple 1-2-3 innings out of the bullpen in relief of Wyatt Rowland. We're through 5 full in the CWL title game. 4-1 Grizzly.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
As we get ready for the top of the 6th inning at Palm Springs Stadium for the last time this winter. To keep up to date with everything California Winter League, follow us on social media. Find us on Facebook and Instagram at California Winter League and on Twitter at Cal Winter League, or visit our website at californiawinterleague.com. After nearly a month, this is the final day of the California Winter League season. And it's the Grizzly, the underdog Grizzly, champions of the International Division, leading the #1 overall seed Blue Sox 4-1. Gleason back to work. He'll face Heckman. Out of the stretch, the first delivery is swung on, lofted into short center. Rowan was playing deep. He's charging. Gandy is 2. Gandy dives, and it'll drop in for a hit. The hits keep on coming for Alberta. Already their 7th, and a leadoff base runner in the 6th.
Well, we were wondering if those Grizzly bats would stay hot and as hot as yesterday, and as of now, they are. They're on pace for more hits than yesterday.
Duran will bat. He's 1 for 2. Got to keep an eye on Heckman. He's a good athlete at first. A short lead. Gleason working his 3rd inning out of the pen. First pitch to Duran. In for a called strike. David Pentecost started the game. He went the first 2 2/3. Xingming Pong recorded the out, the one batter he faced in the 3rd, and it's been Gleason ever since. 0-1 the count to the 8th man, Duran, the DH. Another fastball in for a called strike. Blue Sox set up to turn 2. Gleason allowed a couple unearned runs just last inning. Blue Sox trailing 4-1, coming in winners of their last 14. Gleason set at the letters. And the 0-2. Lined into right field. Morton giving chase. He makes the catch. Heckman better hurry to get back. The throw to first. Safe is the call. It was actually made by the second base umpire, Brendan Boucher. Interesting to see that positioning. So 1 away in the 6th. The 9th man, Adam Green, will bat. That was awfully close to a line drive double play.
Yeah, I thought I was looking at the first base umpire, Gonzalez, and didn't see anything, but I guess you caught Brendan Boucher making the call.
He was on the money with it. Tough angle for him to make that call, too. Green is 1 for 2. The first pitch by Gleason is low as he shakes his hand after that delivery. Breeze continuing, now coming in from right field. It's been shifting a lot today. We did have a windstorm last night, but the dust kicked up, kind of fading the view of the San Bernardino Mountains in center. Next pitch from Gleason, outside. 2-0 the count. The Grizzly lead the Blue Sox 4-1. 7 hits for Alberta, only 2 for Washington to go along with 2 errors. We're used to seeing Washington take advantage of mistakes by the Grizzly, or by the opposition, but the Grizzly haven't made any mistakes. It's been Alberta who's taking advantage of Washington errors. The 2-0, chopper off the plate, out to short. Gonzalez charges the bare hand and throws to first in time to get Green. Adam Green, not the fleetest of foot getting up the line. Just enough time for Nick Gonzalez to make the play. Up to second on the play goes Remy Heckman. And it's the leadoff man, Larange. 1 for 2 with a double. That came in the first. First base is open for what it's worth. Gonzalez playing behind the runner Heckman, trying to keep him close. Gleason trying to work out of a jam with 2 outs. First pitch out of the stretch, backhand, and Maldonado keeps that pitch around him. Sold out at a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, just spiked into the dirt. And do you think Gleason will go after Larange with a base open and Gabur on deck?
100%. 2 outs. No need to worry about the runner on second. Just get this guy.
Gleason set at the belt now, and the 1-0 off the hands as it's lifted out of play towards the parking lot. And a couple fans below us expressing some nerves at me indicating the ball went towards the parking lot.
And one of them talking about their rental car.
That could be a problem. The 1-1 pitch. On the ground to the right side, handled by Tim Catalano on a tough hop. Soft toss the first in time. Connor Gleason able to work around the leadoff single by Heckman, and he's worked 3 strong innings out of the pen. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. The Blue Sox have some work to do, trailing the Grizzly 4-1.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
As we get ready for the bottom of the 6th inning, a bit of a longer break with the race around the bases just concluding. Now's as good a time as ever for our second feature of On This Day. February 18th, 1999, the New York Yankees put an end to long trade rumors by acquiring the Cy Young Award winner Roger Clemens from the Toronto Blue Jays in exchange for pitchers David Well and Graham Lloyd and infielder Homer Bush. And, of course, Clemens would go on to win a couple World Series with those Yankees teams. Jimmy Welsher back to work, facing the top of the order, Nick Gonzalez, who swings the first pitch and rolls it foul past the third base Camerwell. Well, there's a couple of the general managers out here, Tyler Hughes and Justin Reschke. Talking to Paul Noce and Stan Clyburn, who are in street clothes today. Bit of a different look down there. Paul's got a very good head of hair for an esteemed gentleman his age.
It's got to be nice coming to the ballpark after managing for a month straight and just enjoying a ball game.
Welsher deals an 0-1 pitch low. The Grizzly lead the Blue Sox 4-1 to start the bottom of the 6th. Team who came into the postseason right around 500, battling their way here. Off the hands, hit foul to the right side by Gonzalez. Welsher working his third inning out of the pen. He's retired each of the first 6 Blue Sox he's faced. Working quickly, and the 1-2 out of the stretch is popped up. Middle of the infield and a short pop-up. Shallow center now. Tate Wargo, the second baseman, battles the sun and puts it away. One away, Sam Rowan will be the hitter. And there is action in the Grizzly bullpen. Looks like Zhao Luan is warming up down there, one of the Chinese pitchers. And the first pitch is rolled foul. Sam Rowan doubled in the first, eventually came around to score, also grounded out. Rowan is one of just 2 hits for the Blue Sox. The 0-1 with 1 out is low. A double from Rowan and an RBI double from Lara in the first. Nothing since then in the hit column as we stand with 1 out in the 6th. The combination of Rowland and Welsher keeping the Blue Sox quiet. Next pitch is a late swing and a line drive foul out of play to the right into Sunrise Park.
I definitely wouldn't have expected the Blue Sox to only have 2 hits at this point in the game. And they've hit it hard like we've mentioned earlier. They just can't find a hole right now.
Large parts of the season, the Blue Sox leading the league in hitting and OPS. The 1-2 pitch is a curveball in the dirt. Well, how about the stuff and deception from Welsher? Because the previous pitch, a 79-mile-an-hour fastball, and Rowan practically took it out of the catcher Stupensky's glove. Outfielders straight up for Alberta as Zhao Luan continues to loosen. The 2-2 swung on and missed. The 4th strikeout. Now in 2 2/3 innings for Welsher, and 2 outs for Lara. And any pitcher would love to see Lara hitting with nobody on base. The last time the Blue Sox have had a base runner was the first inning as Lara takes a strike. This is shocking.
No doubt about it. This is not what I would have expected watching the Blue Sox all winter.
Didn't realize it had been that long since they had a man on base, and the 0-1 is outside. Ever since the first, Wyatt Rowland and now Welsher taking it to this Blue Sox lineup. And the combined combination has only put 1 man aboard. That was Jackson getting hit by a pitch in the first. The 1-1, check swing on the inside corner for a strike. Welsher, who's topped out at 79 today, is making the Blue Sox lives very difficult. 1-2 with 2 outs, Grizzly leading 4-1, and the pitch, curveball in the dirt. Some extra chatter now from the Blue Sox dugout, trying to urge their leading hitter on as Lara steps out. With the white sleeves, Alejandro Lara. Jimmy Welsher with the black sleeves under the jersey. The 2-2 pitch, fastball just high.
Ooh, really good pitch from Welsher. He wanted it. Barely missed the top edge of the zone.
The 3-2 delivery incoming. Lara trying to work his way on. Blue Sox trailing the Grizzly 4-1. The pitch by Welsher. Off-balance swing, but hit foul and out of play by Lara. That one came in at 76 from Jimmy.
I've just noticed, too, not a lot of 3-2 counts today. Hitters are attacking before it can get to that point.
Not a lot of strikeouts, not a lot of free passes. The 3-2 again, swung on and missed. Jimmy Welsher, 3 perfect innings out of the bullpen for the Grizzly. Taking it to the #1 overall seed Washington Blue Sox. We'll head to the 7th. The Grizzly 4, the Blue Sox 1.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
After a loud start offensively from both sides, the bullpens have restored order all the way around. Gleason back out for his 4th inning of work, allowing just a couple unearned runs. He'll face Gabur, Stupensky, and Ejo. First pitch is a little inside.
And the way this game started, Evan, I thought it would be a lot of hits, a lot of action, but since the first couple innings, it's been pretty quiet.
Gleason set with the next one. He deals on the outside corner. Still sitting 90-91 with the heater. And there are a couple guys playing catch in the Blue Sox bullpen. Tough to tell who they are, though. Get that in a second. The 1-1 taken at the knees, 91. Well, there's somebody wearing a number 3 jersey. Maybe that's Hush Shin. Yeah, that might be Hush Shin from China warming up down there. That's the most likely culprit. The 1-2 pitch looked like a breaking ball taken high. 2-2 the count to Ben Gabur, the Grizzly leading the Blue Sox 4-1. Gleason and Welsher have been very steady on both sides. The 2-2 pitch. Change-up taken inside. How about the movement on that one?
Yeah, that's a really good change-up in on the right-handed batter, tailing and dropping. 10 miles an hour less than his normal fastball.
That pitch broke 13 inches horizontally, and it looked like it from here as time is called at the plate. Gabur is 0 for 3. Scored a run in the 3rd on a fielder's choice. Gleason has allowed just a couple hits in 3+ innings, and the 3-2 pitch swung on and missed. 1 away in the 7th. Only the 2nd strikeout for Gleason, despite all of his effectiveness. Now it's Stupensky. 2 for 2. The 2-run double in the 3rd, and a base hit in the 5th that eventually led to a couple unearned runs scoring. Those 2 unearned runs are looming large right now. Right on left the matchup. First pitch from Gleason. First pitch swinging. Stupensky ripped into right field. It's going to get up against the wall. Morton to get it. Stupensky is heading into second. He'll get in standing up. Gavin Stupensky is 3 for 3 with 2 doubles today. 102 off the bat from the big left-handed catcher. Wow, what a wallop. Did Stupensky put a hurting on that baseball?
Yeah, boy, I was just going to say, Gleason's got to be careful now. The meat of their order coming up. And he left that thing right on the inner part of the plate for Stupensky to turn on.
Now Ejo, the hitter, he reached on an error by Rowan in center. First pitch taken low at 92. A ball that Ejo sent to the warning track, and Rowan had it kick out of his glove, eventually leading to the first unearned run in the 5th coming around to score. The 1-0 delivery, high. Shin has stopped throwing in the Blue Sox pen. Nobody up for the Grizzly. So we'll expect to see Jimmy Welsher come back out. 2-0 the count. Stupensky at second with 1 away. Top of the 7th, Grizzly lead the Sox 4-1. Gleason set. Now some higher stress pitches. The 2-0 on the outside corner for a strike. I mean, the way Welsher's going, we'll see how long he'll remain in the game, but 3 runs feels like 8 right now. And another one can make it even tougher.
Well,
Gleason said his time is called.
Especially how cold the Blue Sox bats are right now. This is as cold as we've seen them in a few weeks, it seems.
The coldest they've been since they last lost a game on the 26th of January to this very Grizzly team. The 2-1 with one away. Swung on off the end of the bat, foul to the right side, out of play. 2-2 the count to Ejo as he steps out. Rowan in center, playing very deep. Understandably so. Gandy in left, not all that deep. Even with the righty up, the left fielder Gandy actually playing the most shallow out of all 3 outfielders. 2-2 the count again. 4-1 Grizzly. The pitch by Gleason. Breaking ball, just barely getting a piece is Ejo.
Oh, and a good one, too. Right on the bottom half of the zone. Good job by Ejo to fight it off.
Strikeouts have been tough to come by for every pitcher. Hence the excellent defense for the most part. Gleason comes set. Ejo at the open stance, waving the bat around. The 2-2 curveball hits him right in the lower back. So Ejo aboard, puts men on first and second with one away. And a break. Gleason, who's had great command, just had that one get away. It's the first batter that Connor Gleason has put on via walk or hit by pitch. Now it's Wargo. Singled in the second, hit by a pitch in the third, reached on an error in the 5th. That error being on that questionable call where Demas was called off the bag at first by Frankie Gonzalez. First pitch outside by Gleason. Now the double play set up for the Blue Sox. Second baseman Catalano keeping Stupensky close. Now he backs off. Gavin not likely to go anywhere. The 1-0 delivery. Swung on into right field. Morton started in. Now he has to go back to recover. He makes the catch and tosses it back into second. That ball was knuckling all sorts of ways out to right, but Morton hung with it. Carlos Pinheiro now the hitter. Gleason trying to work out of a jam. Stupensky at second, who doubled. Ejo at first, who was hit by a pitch. Now Hushin back up and throwing in the Blue Sox pen. Gleason trying to work through his 4th inning out of the bullpen. In the top of the 7th. Changeup at 84, in for a called strike to Pinheiro. Carlos walked in the second. Also a couple ground outs, so he's 0 for 2. Trying to pick up a 2-out hit. A single could score a run with Stupensky at second. High bounce to the third. Lara picks it on the short hop, charging in, throws over the first. Alejandro Lara, you could practically sign him today on the defense alone. Connor Gleason strands a couple runners for Washington. Puts another 0 on the scoreboard. 4 innings, no earned runs allowed. And it's time to stretch at Palm Springs Stadium. The Grizzly 4, the Blue Sox 1. Well, as Cotton Eye Joe is playing in the ballpark, it's the bottom of the 7th inning. The Blue Sox are running out of time, trying to finish their magical season, trying to win its 15th game in a row, trailing 4-1. Oh, and 1 the count, ladies and gentlemen. Welsher is set and deals low, 1-1 the count. Morton, Jackson, and Gandy the hitters. And guess who's back on the mound? Jimmy Welsher. His 4th inning out of the pen has not allowed a base runner. 1-1 the count. The pitch to Morton. Pitcher's call on the outside corner. Some ayers from the fans. It's now 1-2 as Morton steps out. The Blue Sox have not had a base runner since the 1st inning, where they recorded their only run and both of their hits. The 1-2 pitch is in the dirt. Now 2-2 the count.
Well, still a lot of time for the Blue Sox to come back here. 3 ABs. We know they can hit. They just need to get to Welsher, who's hot.
Zhao Luan is loosening in the Grizzly bullpen just in case for Welsher. And the 2-2 on the outside corner. A called third strike. 3rd straight batter that Welsher has retired via the strikeout. And the 6 overall for the left-hander. 10 up, 10 down for Jimmy. And now it's Jackson. Deontay has been one of the main fire starters all season long for the Blue Sox. Down to their final 8 outs. The first pitch from Welsher, swing and a miss at a high fastball. The Blue Sox need a spark. They need it from somebody as Jackson steps out trying to refocus. Shane Gustafson loosening in the bullpen for the Blue Sox. The 0-1 pitch, broken bat into left field. That's a base hit as the barrel of Jackson's bat goes 3/4 of the way out to third. The first hit, first base runner for Washington since the 1st inning, and a 1-out single for Jackson in the 7th. Can that be the spark Washington needs? As time is called, here comes Jared Lemieux. He's bringing the whole infield in. A brisk walk out there. Danny, what do you think this conversation's about?
Well, I don't think they're going to take Welsher out just yet. Just a little run through of how they want to attack this inning after the base hit. They're still only up 3, and I say only because it doesn't feel like they're up 3. It feels a lot less when you're in a championship situation like this. And for the Blue Sox, it definitely feels like more than 3 runs of a deficit to come back from in a championship atmosphere like this. That hit is huge, and who better to do it than Jackson?
Left on left the matchup. First pitch to Bryson Gandy. Welsher remains in the game. The pitch is fouled off. Blue Sox trailing 4-1. Deontay Jackson, a broken bat single a moment to go. Zhao Luan continues to loosen in the bullpen for the Grizzly. Gustafson for the Blue Sox. The 0-1. Oh, the hanging curveball, a popped-up foul to the left side, out of play. Heads up, fans. And it lands right in an old lady's lap, and she comes up with the baseball. And a round of applause at that. I think she saw it coming. It was a little scary for her. She's laughing to herself. I think that's the first foul ball all season where a fan came up with the catch.
Yeah, at least one of the few. Great catch.
0-2 the count to Gandy, who has home run power, and the 0-2 will wait. Check on the runner. Jackson goes back standing up.
Well, Evan, I was going to mention, we know that Jackson's attitude is very contagious on this team. Once he hits, it can be contagious then, too.
A good lead at first, and the 0-2 is hit in the air to right. It's hit pretty well. Pinheiro, he's playing deep, goes back at the track, and he makes the catch on the edge of the warning track. It did not have that home run sound, and it's deep out there. 350 down the lines, just too much topspin off the bat of Bryson Gandy.
Boy, Gandy with a slow jog back. He wants that pitch back. Just missed the barrel.
And it's carried well all day. On this sunny day in the mid-70s in the Southern California desert. Maldonado, the hitter, 2 outs in the 7th. Another check on Deontay Jackson at first, who goes in standing up. I doubt Deontay would go anywhere, trailing by 3.
Not yet, not yet. Still time.
Left on right, the matchup. Welsh's first pitch to Maldonado is swung on and missed. A mighty hack from Taylor. That pitch was right down the middle. Blue Sox are a team, they've been able to string together their share of hits. Both of their playoff wins, they've taken advantage of the mistakes from the opposition. Grizzly have made no mistakes today. The 0-1, hit foul out of play to the right side. Taylor behind 0-2 as he goes to adjust his batting gloves. Starting to get stressful now if you're in that Washington dugout. Coming in, winners of their last 14 games, 14-2 coming in. But they're up against it now, down to their final 7 outs, trailing by 3. And the 0-2 pitch from Jimmy, just high. That's consistently been a ball from Steiner behind the plate. As Maldonado steps out again. 1-2 the count, Jackson a short lead at first. The 1-2 from Welsher. Check swing, breaking ball. Not sure what the call is. They appeal to first. Maldonado is running anyway. Why is Maldonado now running to first? Out was the call. He's safe at first. Jackson goes to third. He's safe. Taylor Maldonado completely fell asleep at the wheel. He started running up the first base line on the check swing. Steiner behind the plate appealed the call late. The pitch went to the backstop, so the catcher Stupensky threw it. It was a bang-bang play on one hop, but it hit off the glove of Ben Gaber. Heads up by Jackson, who got to third. I think that about covers it.
It does. Great job, Evan. That was very confusing. It was definitely a late check on if he swung or not. There's no doubt about that. Steiner at the plate appealed a lot later than he should have, which caused a lot of confusion. Looks like now Welsher's going to come out to an ovation.
Jimmy Welsher done for the day. It looks like Zhao Luan will enter. A rousing standing ovation for Jimmy Welsher. Well deserved. His line is not done yet. Both base runners are his responsibility. He's done going 3 2/3. We'll actually keep it here for now because there's a lot going on. So Deontay Jackson singled with 1 out on a broken bat, the first base runner for the Blue Sox since the first inning. Washington scored once in that frame. Great defense, kept more runs off the board throughout the first 2. The Grizzlies scored twice in the 3rd, and then 2 unearned runs in the 5th inning. The 5th inning, frankly, thought there'd be nothing going on. Gleason out of the bullpen, able to get the first 2 outs. Then a base hit under the glove of Phil Demas at first base by Gavin Stupensky. Then Kenise Ejo reached on an error by the center fielder Sam Rowan that led to 1 run. Tate Wargo at second reached on an error by the second baseman Tim Catalano on a ball where the first base umpire Frankie Gonzalez said Phil Demas was off the bag, which led to an argument from Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Welsher and Connor Gleason both excellent out of the bullpen, respectively. And then just a moment ago, Taylor Maldonado reaching on a strikeout wild pitch on a late appeal on a check swing. Frankie Gonzalez said Maldonado went around, and for some reason Taylor stopped running, but he reached anyway. First and third, 2 outs. I guess now would be as good a time as ever to introduce the new pitcher for the Alberta Grizzly. There he is, Zhao Luan, coming over from China. His 7th game of the season, 14 innings. He does have a save. See if we try and have him finish off the game. 14 strikeouts and 4 walks. And he'll face Tim Catalano. Catalano lined out to second and also struck out. As Sweet Caroline just finished up playing. Right on right the matchup. Slide step from Luan. Catalano swings and misses. The Blue Sox, they had their first break of the game with Maldonado reaching on the strikeout wild pitch that otherwise would have ended the inning. The tying run at the plate, trailing 4-1 is Washington. The pitch by Luan, curveball, strike 2 called. That came in at 80. Can Catalano put something in play? The Blue Sox struck out fewer than any teams in the league during the regular season. 0-2, and the pitch with 2 outs, curveball in the dirt. Great play by Stupensky to keep it around him. Busy day at the Palm Springs Airport and Center. Another plane taking off from there. We've had a couple loud jets going above us. Jao Luan on the far third base side of the rubber. Short lead at first from Maldonado. Jackson off of third. Big hole on the right side. Luan is set. And the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, barely getting a piece of it is Catalano.
Boy, Luan's in a big spot here. This inning, this at-bat could change the whole course of the rest of the game.
1-2, the count remains. The tying run at the plate. Grizzly leading 4-1, last of the 7th. The pitch, the runner goes at first. Rolled on the ground to third, just foul as it went past Adam Green into the bullpen. Probably was fouled by a little bit more than I thought from my angle.
You can tell Catalano's in protect mode. You know, he's up in the box, just wants to make contact, keep this inning alive.
3 straight curveballs from Luan. Will he go to a 4th? The 1-2 to Catalano. Fastball fouled right off the leg of Tim. He does not wear a shin guard, so we'll take a short walk around. Seems to be okay as he tries to shake it off.
I think he was expecting another breaking ball there. He was way out in front of that fastball.
So Catalano back in the box. 4-1 Grizzly. Can the Blue Sox extend the inning and cut into this deficit? Luan set at the belt as time is called at home plate by Catalano. No pitch clock, no limit on how many times you can call time. One of the last bastions without those limits in all of baseball is the Winter League. The 1-2 again. Maldonado goes again. Catalano lofts that one into left. Canisijo barely has to move, and he makes the catch to retire the side. The Blue Sox threaten. But Jao Luan able to retire the only hitter he faces out of the bullpen. We're through 7 full at the California Winter League Championship game brought to us by State Farm. Cindy Pieper. Grizzlies still lead the Blue Sox 4-1.
Immerse yourself in the ultimate fan experience at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Stop by any of our 3 premier properties in the Coachella Valley to catch all of the games on our giant wraparound screens. See real-time scores on our giant LED sports ticker. Plus, enjoy exciting twists on all of your bar food favorites. Get your game on at 360 Sports in Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, or Cathedral City. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's getting late at the California Winter League Championship game. Top of the 8th inning. Grizzly looking to add some insurance as they lead Washington 4-1. The Blue Sox go back to the bullpen. Shane Gustafson, taken from the Bombers, will take over. The 6'5", 210-pound sidewinding right-hander. His 9th game, all out of the bullpen, 2 saves, has not allowed an earned run over 11 innings, 15 strikeouts, 3 walks. First pitch from the sidewinder to Remy Heckman is swung on and missed. Good tail inside to righties with the changeup and a nasty slider. Not a fun matchup for a right-hander. Out of the stretch, and the 0-1 is lined down the left field line. That's in for a fair ball. Gandy gives chase, but it's up against the wall. Heckman is going to get into second base, standing up as the throw goes towards third. Remy Heckman, his 2nd hit of the day, the 9th hit of the day for Alberta, and a leadoff base runner.
Boy, not a lot of hitters can get to that Gustafson slider as well as Heckman just did. That one left, it was low in the zone, but left over the middle of the plate. Great job by Heckman to get the barrel to it.
Jorge Duran, the hitter. He's 1 for 3. First pitch by Gleason on the outside corner at 86. Duran did not square around to bunt, with Alberta trying to manufacture another run, already leading 4-1. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt. What a play by Maldonado, but not enough to keep Heckman from getting into third. It hit off his chest protector, but his momentum carried him to his right as the ball deadened a bit to the left of Taylor. So Heckman to third on the wild pitch, and the Blue Sox have no choice but to play the infield all the way in, already trailing by 3. Gustafson set with nobody out in the 8th. The 1-1 pitch outside. The dangerous 9th man, Adam Green, waits on deck. No action in either bullpen, so we'll see Zhao Luan. No, that was right before at first. Hushin come back out for the Grizzly. That pitch is fouled, 2-2. Two and two the count as Duran steps out. Infield still in, a long hold for Gustafson. Now he comes set. Infield still in, glove at the belt. The 2-2, change up in the dirt. Good at bat from the designated hitter Duran. First base is open for what it's worth. Gleason set again. Here's the 3-2 payoff. Fastball fouled out of play. How about that? I just looked up towards right center, and the moon is out. You see that, Danny?
I do see that.
Huh. That's interesting. There's no clouds.
Never noticed that all winter.
The 3-2 pitch is a curveball that's outside. The walk puts men on first and third with nobody out. And time is called. Here comes Jimmy Johnson. There's nobody up in the pen. Possibly trying to go over some first and third strategy. He's going to bring the entire infield in, and it looks like we're going to get a pinch runner at first. That's Caleb Ware, who will take over for Jorge Duran in the DH spot. Well, a little extra speed out there as the Grizzly try and add some insurance, leading 4-1. Grizzly were a team that was – the offense was never an issue the entire season. Struggled to pile wins on top of one another. They went on the 5-game winless streak, kind of falling apart towards the end of the season. They fell from the 1 to this 2 seed in the international bracket, upset the Bombers just a day ago, 9-4.
Well, a lot of those wins have been the Blue Sox scoring more than 4 runs. They've given up 4 runs before and won those games because their offense was on.
The infield still in. Catalan Gonzalez back a step, though, from before. Out to second. Catalan gloves. He'll come home. And out is the call at the plate. Remy Heckman went on contact. Catalano charged, knew he was going home right away to cut it down. The score remains 4-1, now 1 out in the 8th. It was an interesting move with men on first and third to see the middle infielders back up a step, but it did not cost Washington. The pinch runner Ware up to second, Green aboard on the fielder's choice, and it's the leadoff man Larange. He's 1 for 3 with a double in the first. A dangerous bat, though. Blue Sox set to turn 2. First and second, 1 out. Grizzly leading 4-1, and the pitch. A little low. Max Steiner's had a very good zone just about all day long. Big hole on the left side. Nick Gonzalez, the shortstop, trying to keep Ware close. Oh, and Gustafson spins around, but no throw to second. You can hear the shouts of back, even from Palm Springs faithful in the crowd. 1-0 the count. Gustafson has slowed it down significantly. Now he's set, and the pitch right there for a called strike.
Well, the ground ball here could really boost up the Blue Sox offense with 2 at-bats left.
So 1-1 the count. A lot of room in the left center alleyway. And the pitch again, hit hard to second, diving stop Catalano. He has 1 play to first in time. Tim Catalano, full extension on the dive, likely saving a run. It's now second and third and 2 outs for Alberta. The score remains 4-1. How about the defense today? Catalano, Lara, Rowan, both catchers. Carlos Pinheiro, I mean, my gosh. And it's Ben Gabur. He's 0 for 4 with a run scored, and he takes a strike. Gustafson ramped it up to 89. First base is open, but Gavin Stupensky's on deck. So Shane will go after Ben. Right on right the matchup, and the 0-1 out of the stretch. Wave and a miss at the slider by Gabur as he almost fell over home plate. Behind 0-2. Heckman doubled. Duran walked. Then the fielder's choice on an out at the plate. And then the diving stop by Catalano. 2 outs, second and third. Gustafson set. Gabur waits. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Just barely getting a piece of it is Ben as he stays alive. A base hit. Should score 2, and that could all but end it. The Grizzly leading by 3. Silencing the Blue Sox offense ever since the first. Gustafson with a long looking again, and now he's ready. As a plane flies over our heads again, the 0-2 pitch, slider swung on a miss. Maldonado has to toss it to first to finish it off. He does. That retires the side. What a job by Shane Gustafson and the Blue Sox defense to keep the Grizzly off the board as they leave 2. We head to the bottom of the 8th. The Blue Sox have 6 outs to score 3 runs.
Elmer's Restaurants. Welcome to the family.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
The Washington Blue Sox are running out of time. Bottom of the 8th inning, trailing 4-1 to the Alberta Grizzly. Zhao Luan back to work for his 2nd inning out of the bullpen. And just to wrap up on a couple of relief pitchers, so the final line for Jimmy Welscher for Alberta. No runs, 3 2/3 innings, 1 hit allowed, 7 strikeouts, and no walks. And a guy who was nearly just as good, Connor Gleason, who went 4 innings for the Blue Sox. He allowed 2 unearned runs on 3 hits, 1 strikeout, a walk, and 1 hit batter.
I think this is the perfect time for the Blue Sox to attack. You know, Luan's on the mound, did okay last inning, got him out. Definitely a different look. Straight 4-seamer. See what happens.
First pitch by Luan to the 9th man. Demas is swung on and lined foul to the right side. Demas grounded out to short and lined out sharply to center. Blue Sox had men on 1st and 3rd last inning, not able to capitalize. Luan out of the stretch, the 0-1. Breaking ball, big swing and a miss by Demas. Some sharp break that time from the right-handed Chinese player. Demas then the top. Outfield is straight up, actually playing on the shallow side. And the 0-2 pitch, curveball, good hold by Demas. Nobody up in the Blue Sox pen, so we'll see Gustafson come back out. Couple of guys just standing and waiting in the Alberta bullpen. Luan, who works out of the stretch exclusively. Demas, who's waving the bat ever so slightly. The 1-2. High chopper back towards the middle. It's going to be a tough play. Wargo leaping on the grab. Throw to first. In time to get Demas by half a step.
Wow. My goodness. Wargo alone has had a day, along with the rest of the defense. Are obviously the best 2 defenses and offenses in the league.
Tate Wargo, who only stands at 5'8", if that, had to go high in the air to corral that bouncer. 1 out, Nick Gonzalez the hitter. The first pitch by Luan, way out in front as Gonzalez comes up empty. Nick Gonzalez comes in 0 for 3. The Blue Sox, only 3 hits. 2 of them back in the first where they scored their only run. Deontay Jackson had the 1 in the 7th. The 0-1 pitch. Another breaking pitch in the dirt. Gonzalez holds off. Well, if the Blue Sox are going to make a run at this could be the time to do it, as you said, Danny, with the top of the order. Tense moments. Everybody on the Blue Sox side standing up in front of the dugout. The 1-1 is in the dirt. 86 on that heater from Luan as he snaps the ball back, frustrated that he missed his spot. 1 out, base is clear. Just about all the Grizzly players leaning over the railing by their dugout. The 2-1 pitch, big swing and a foul at home plate. 2-2 the count.
I really like that spot from Luan, coming in on the hands. See what he goes with here.
Zhao Luan set at the belt, and he kicks and deals the 2-2 curveball a little inside. Full count, it did not miss by much.
It's a good take and a good idea for sure.
Throughout this 14-game win streak, the Blue Sox, whether it's errors by the other team, a big extra base hit late, working a walk, putting the ball in play, have always found a way to make it happen, but they're up against it. Trailing 4-1, here's the 3-2 with 1 out. Swung on and missed. Zhao Luan went back to the curve on the full count. Gonzalez went after ball 4.
A lot of times when teams are on a streak and they get into a situation like this where time's running out and you're down, you know, they're not used to being in this position. They got to get past that and try not to fold.
Jimmy Johnson, his Blue Sox, lost the championship game a year ago to the North Stars. Sam Rowan swings the first pitch, lines it into right. A 2-out base runner, just the 4th hit of the afternoon for the Blue Sox. Keeps the 8th inning alive. Now it's Alejandro Lara. He doubled home a run in the first, and he struck out twice. Has not looked comfortable throughout most of the last 2 games. He's the man you need, though. He needs to get on to bring the tying run to the plate. Rowan inches off of first. First pitch from Luan, breaking ball, check swing, called a strike, as the entire stadium went quiet for just a few seconds.
Perfect one to start Lara with. He doesn't want a breaking ball. He wants a fastball over the plate.
A lot of room on the right side. Right on right the matchup. Luan said it about the 0-1. Lara reaches out, pokes in the center. It's hit pretty well. Laranja going back. It's over his head and up against the wall. Rowan is being waved home. He'll come around to score. Alejandro Lara poses out at second base. His second double of the day and his second RBI. It's now 4-2. Can you believe the way the ball jumped off his bat?
Yeah, he lunged out at that one. It was a low pitch. It lunged underneath it and still got the barrel to it, still got power behind it. Us, along with Laranje, the center fielder, probably thought that one was hit a little softer off the bat. But he read it wrong, and now it's even closer, Evan.
Now the tying run comes to the plate as Stupensky calls time to go talk to Luan. A short conversation, probably just going over what pitch they were going to throw. Jeffrey Morton, the hitter. He's hit a couple balls hard, but he's 0 for 3. Blue Sox up to 5 hits. Lara inches off a second. Now he goes back as time was called at the plate. 2 outs. Lara at second. Grizzlies still leading 4-2, but it's gotten more tense. 2 outs in the 8th. Lara, huge lead off a second, dancing with Heckman out there. First pitch to Morton is fouled at the plate.
Well, it'd be great for the Blue Sox to get Deontay Jackson up. He's on deck. And he's coming off of a broken bat hit. So he's got some momentum. Morton having a tough day. See if he can get out of it.
As Fuwan Zhang loosens in the Grizzly bullpen, it's left to Luan. The 0-1, wave and a miss by Morton at a changeup. 0-2 the count. He had Lara behind in the count initially before he came up with the double. Morton awaits the 0-2 pitch. Stupensky sets up outside. The pitch from Luan in the dirt. Ramped it up to 87. 1-2 the count. Morton steps out. This crowd at Palm Springs Stadium, a huge one, has gotten very quiet over the last inning. The center fielder Laranje still playing fairly shallow. Lara off a second. Luan checks him a couple times. The 1-2. Inside and right off the calf of Jeffrey Morton. The tying run is on base. And here comes Deontay Jackson. Way back on January 27th to start the win streak, this 14-game win streak for the Blue Sox. He came up with a home run late that ignited the offense, leading to a win over the Power at the time. As timeout is called, here comes Jared Lemieux. He's bringing the entire infield in. This will likely be it for Zhao Luan. I've not seen a signal yet as Fuwan Zhang continues to loosen.
I think he's going to let Luan go for this batter.
Well, showing some trust in the young Chinese right-hander. As he claps his hands and the meeting disperses. Interesting times for any manager. Well, how about this? The young Chinese right-hander on the mound in a big spot with the tying runs on base. And the personal trainer, the 32-year-old from the Bay Area, at the plate. First and second, 2 outs. First pitch to Jackson. It's slow roll to shortstop. Heckman goes the short way to Wargo at second. That retires the side. Perhaps some advice from Jared Lemieux to throw Jackson a first pitch breaking ball, and it worked out. The Blue Sox do get a run back on the double by Alejandro Lara, but will head to the top of the 9th. The Grizzly still holding on to a 4-2 lead. Top of the 9th inning, the Grizzly lead the mighty Blue Sox 4-2. There's Jared Lemieux, the Alberta manager, in the third base coach's box, opting to leave Zhao Luan in the game to face Jackson. With the 8th inning on the line, it worked out. Gustafson back out for the 9th, and the first pitch to Gavin Stupinski is outside. What a day for Gavin. A great game behind the plate. He's 3 for 3 with 2 doubles and an RBI, along with a run scored. And the 1-0 delivery is swung on, hit hard into center. Sam Rowan, who's playing in the alleyway, makes the catch. Rowan positioned himself on the lefty Stupinski very well. 1 out in the 9th. Now it's the cleanup man, Kenisi Joe. He bounced into a 4-6-3 double play, reached on an error in the 5th. Boy, those 2 unearned runs for Alberta in the 5th, and the controversial call at first base loom very large now. That's the difference. First pitch by Gustafson inside, and that's off the arm of Ejo.
Oh, it looked like his elbow there. That doesn't feel good.
He does not wear an elbow guard, and the hit batters are really piling up after initially starting the game with very few free passes. So it's going to take a second to count them up. As Wargo walks up to the plate. Let's see, I count 3 Grizzly who have been hit by pitches. Let's see, for the Blue Sox, there's 1, 2. So I count 5 combined hit batters. That's a good amount. As time is called at the plate, 1 away. Ejo at first. Alberta leading Washington 4-2. Gustafson trying to keep it at just 2 runs. That pitch is way outside, and it gets through Maldonado to the backstop. Ejo up to second. We'll see how that one is scored, whether it's a wild pitch or a passed ball. And it will go down as a wild pitch after all. Well, now a base hit would likely score a run. Ejo, a very good athlete at second. And besides Morton and Wright, the Blue Sox outfield playing pretty deep. Catalano at second holding the runner way outside again, and that kicks off the glove of Maldonado to his left. Well, that will surely go down as a passed ball. Not sure if Maldonado got crossed up or not. Well, it doesn't look like it. He did not opt to go talk to Gustafson. Just frustrated with himself. Gustafson, a guy with a lot of movement on his pitches. That last heater came in at 86. And the Blue Sox again have to play the infield all the way in. They had to do so in the 8th, and they eventually got an out at the plate thanks to Tim Catalano. 2-0 the count, 1 out, Ejo at third. And the pitch. Bounced out to third. Lara gloves it. Looks Ejo back to third. Plenty of time to throw out Wargo. Once again, the Blue Sox infield able to execute while playing all the way in. 2 outs in the 9th, and it brings up Carlos Pinheiro. And, of course, the Blue Sox can move everybody back.
Biggest out of the ball game here, Evan. This will probably decide the game.
Pinheiro walked in the 2nd. He's been quiet otherwise, 0 for 3. But you have Heckman who waits on deck, who's recorded hits each of his last 2 times up. Slider down low, handled by Maldonado. Just how good has Taylor been overall? All these pitches, the confidence to bounce one in there with a man on 3rd. Sam Rowan is very deep in center. The 1-0 pitch on the ground back towards the middle, and it's under the glove of Catalano into center field. RBI single, Carlos Pinheiro. Ejo scores. It's now 5-2. What happens here? Some craziness in the infield. On his way to 3rd is Pinheiro. The throw is not in time. What in the world happened? It must have been a wild throw from Rowan. And then Pinheiro went to take 2nd. Demas caught the ball through the second base high. And then Ejo took 3rd.
So the thing is Pinheiro came too far off the first base bag, realized he was caught, and then the throw came to first base behind him. So he tried to advance. He was caught dead at 2nd with a good throw, but that throw went over the second baseman's head, or maybe the shortstop's, and he was able to get to 3rd.
Good Lord. Heckman the hitter, and he swings and misses. So 0-1 the count. And the Blue Sox, did they put an error on Catalano at that play? Wow. How about that? So 4 errors now for Washington. High bouncer off the plate. Gonzalez leaps to get it at short across the diamond in time to get Remy Heckman. So the Grizzlies score their 3rd unearned run of the game, a big insurance to get the one back that Washington had in the 8th. Bottom of the 9th coming up in the California Winter League Championship game. Last chance for the Blue Sox, who trail 5-2. The Blue Sox are down to 3 outs as they trail the Grizzly 5-2 in the 15th California Winter League Championship game. Bryson Gandy, Taylor Maldonado, Tim Catalano are the hitters. Fu Wanjiang is coming in to try and finish things off for Alberta. The Chinese Taipei 5-foot, 190-pound right-hander. His 11th game of the season, predominantly out of the bullpen, 0-2, a 5.54 ERA. 3 saves over 17 2/3 innings, 14 strikeouts, and 8 walks. And Danny, what is the strategy right now for the Blue Sox? Trailing by 3, of course you need base runners. What should the approach be?
Well, you need base runners, that's for sure. And, you know, you got a new pitcher up there, so take a few pitches, make sure he's throwing strikes before you want to attack him. You know, take the free bases he allows you to take if he's not throwing strikes. So definitely take until you get a strike and be very, very careful on the bases if you get there.
Jang out of the wind-up, first pitch to the lefty. Gandy, check swing, called a strike. It was a bit off the box. Gandy not pleased with it. Bryson Gandy 0 for 3. Jang working quickly. The 0-1 is swung on, bounced over to first. Staying down on his Ben Gabur, tosses it over to Jang, and it kicks off his glove.
Uh-oh.
A break for the Blue Sox, the first error of the day for the Grizzly, and they have a base runner.
Oh, boy,
wow,
Evan.
all all sorts of rustling now from the crowd.
This could get interesting here.
Taylor Maldonado will bat. Also worth noting, Garrett Kalm came in to replace Adam Green at third base. Trying to add some defensive ability out there. Boy, did Green have a good day at the plate, though. Maldonado's 0 for 3 with a couple strikeouts. Gandy with a good lead at first. I doubt he'll go anywhere. First pitch to Taylor is outside. And the first baseman, Ben Gaber, opting to hold Gandy on, as opposed to playing behind him, leading by 3. Outfield is straight up. The breeze is calm. Jang set out the stretch, checks on the runner at first. It gets away from Gaber. Gandy will hold up at first as Wargo retrieves it. Smart to not take a chance in making it out on the bases.
Well, definitely don't want to take a chance in trying to pick somebody off who's probably not going to go anywhere. You got to focus on the hitter here. But that guy doesn't matter on first. No reason to throw over there.
And Maldonado, a good chance he'll take a strike. Grizzly set to turn 2, the 1-0. Way inside, nearly got a piece of Taylor. 2-0 the count. The Blue Sox opened the scoring in the first. The Grizzly with 2 in the third, 2 unearned in the fifth. The Blue Sox got 1 in the 8th. And the Grizzly answered back with 1 of their own in the 9th. Another unearned run. 2-0 the count. Jang set, and the pitch is swung on, fouled straight back. And that hit the wall maybe a foot over my head.
I would have saved
just above the press box. That pitch was perfectly in line with me, and I was ready to make the catch. 2-1 the count. Big hole on the right side, and the pitch to Maldonado on the outside corner. Taylor not a fan of it. It clipped the corner according to TrackMan. As Maldonado steps out to adjust his batting gloves, trying to stay alive, trying to bring the tying run to the plate, with Catalano waiting on deck. Nobody up in either bullpen. Jang trying to pick up his 4th save of the winter as he steps off. A lot of chatter from the Blue Sox dugout. Jang is ready. 2-2 to Maldonado. There goes Gandy. The pitch is fouled at the plate. Maldonado brought his hands way in and just barely able to stay alive.
Yeah, that pitch was actually a strike. It looked like the way that Maldonado swung that it was way inside on him, but just an awkward swing trying to fight. A good job.
According to TrackMan, the pitch broke 17 inches horizontally back into the right-hander. 2-2 again. Jang deals a late time call at the plate. You could hear it loud and clear from the crew chief, Max Steiner. The pitch was a strike for what it was worth.
Oh, great job by Maldonado. That's definitely going to get in the pitcher's head, Jang.
We'll see if Gandy also takes off again. Good lead at first, and there he goes. The 2-2 is back towards the middle. Handled by the shortstop, Heckman. No play at second. He takes the sure route at first. Bryson Gandy running on the pitch saves the Blue Sox from a likely double play. Now 1 out in the 9th. And Tim Catalano, the hitter. Catalano is 0 for 3. Lined out sharply in the second. Gandy at second with 1 out. His run doesn't matter. Catalano needs to get on base. First pitch from Jang is a strike right down the middle. Catalano likely took it all the way. Phil Demas, the 9th man, waits on deck. Can Catalano and the Blue Sox catch some lightning, trailing by 3 in the 9th? Next pitch is outside. Washington, winners of its last 14 games, coming in. It's been forever since they lost on January 26th to this very Grizzly team when they no-hit them. The 1-1 delivery way outside. Wyatt Rowland started both of these games. He was excellent in both of them. Then Jimmy Welser, even better through the middle innings. Then Zhao Luan, now Fu Wanjiang. 2-1 with one out. Gandy at second. And the pitch. Swung on back towards the middle. Wago shaded him that way. Backhands on the shortstop side over the first in time. Gandy up to third. But the Blue Sox down to their final out. The Alberta Grizzly, having struggled through a lot of the regular season, a couple big wins to get to this point, are one out away from clinching the California Winter League championship.
It'll be huge for the Blue Sox to get back to the top of their order. You could see the Grizzly are ready for the dog pile, Evan.
The first pitch to Demas is swung on and hit out of play. Phil Demas is 0 for 3 despite hitting a couple balls hard. The leadoff man spot, Nick Gonzalez, waiting next. Demas needs to get on to bring the tying run to the plate. 5-2 Grizzly. 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. And the pitch by Jang is swung on, lined into right. Pinheiro coming on. It'll drop in front of him for a hit. RBI single for Demas as Gandy comes across. And for now, the Blue Sox stay alive. The tying run comes to the plate. Nick Gonzalez. Gonzalez is 0 for 4. He struck out his last at bat in the 8th. Demas at first. I doubt he'll try to take off. Blue Sox now trailing by 2. First pitch by Jang is taken for a called strike. Gonzalez does have 4 doubles. The young man out of the University of South Florida has not homered this season. The 0-1 pitch is swung on, line into right. That's in for a base hit. Demas will stop at second. The tying run is on base as the throw comes into third from Pinheiro. What an arm. Back-to-back singles. The tying run is at first. And the winning run is now coming to the plate for the Blue Sox. Washington and Jimmy Johnson had the lead late last year against the North Stars. Eventually gave it up in a back-and-forth game. They brought the winning run to the plate in the 9th a year ago. Same situation. Time is called. Jared Lemieux out to the mound. He brings the entire infield in. There's nobody up in the bullpen. What do you think he's saying right now, Danny?
Oh, I don't know. Try not to let him score, I guess. I don't know. They got their 2 best hitters up on the day. Coming up to the plate, you got Rowan, who's already got a double and a single, and then Lara's on deck with 2 doubles. This is exactly who the Blue Sox want up in this situation.
The outfield playing as deep as you can possibly get. Understandably so, no doubles. Trying to prevent the tying run from scoring. Demas at second, Gonzalez at first. Rowan, who's 2 for 4 at the plate. He does have some pop. The first pitch by Jang is taken for a called strike as it popped out of the glove of Stupensky. Do the Blue Sox have one final push? Can the Grizzly hold off Washington and snap its 14-game win streak? 0-1 the count as Fuwon Jang comes set. Another jet going above us. The 0-1, a little low.
Good take there, good take.
Can Rowan come up big? Can he extend the rally? He did not have an extra base hit before his double in the first all season. Now Jang is ready. Short leads all the way around. The 1-1 on the outside corner. It was a close pitch. It was close. Now the Blue Sox down to their final strike. 1 unearned run is already crossed. Demas at second, Gonzalez at first. Grizzly lead 5-3. Jang is set. And the 1-2 pitch. Up high. That'll even the count to Sam Rowan. We've seen a bit of everything this game. Some great defense, some ugly defense. Some big-time hits in big spots. Can Rowan keep it going? Jang checks Demas at second a couple times. The 2-2 delivery. Line foul to the right side.
Rowan's not going away. This is what we live for, Evan. Championship game, little drama at the end. Can't beat it.
That pitch was by Sam Rowan, but he got a piece of it. Jang has his sign. He's ready. The outfield deep all the way around. The 2-2 again. Fouled off again. Good at bat by Rowan. Boy, could you imagine if Sam Rowan hits a double right now?
Boy, he's already got one today.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
The second baseman, Wargo, playing almost on top of the second base bag. Rowan with a slight wave of the bat, holding it up high. Jang checks the runner twice. The 2-2 again. Fouled off again. 3 straight foul balls by Sam Rowan. The Blue Sox are not going down quietly.
And that one was right down the middle.
Jang is set. Rowan, who stepped out for a second, trying to extend the inning. The Grizzly leading 5-3. The 2-2 once again. Curveball swung on and missed. And the Alberta Grizzly are the 2024 California Winter League champions. They have just upset the #1 overall seed Washington Blue Sox, snapping the 14-game win streak. Washington loses for the first time since January 26, and the Alberta Grizzly, led by Jared Lemieux, come out victorious in the 15th California Winter League season. Roland started it, then handed it off to Welsher. Then Zhao Luan was able to get some outs in a big spot. Washington had its chances, and Fu Wan Jiang, with the winning run at the plate for the Blue Sox, able to finish it off for his 4th save in the Winter League. What a game, my friend.
Oh, what a game. Really what we expected, and these two teams, I'm just excited and trying to get in my mind what happened in that last inning. A lot of drama coming down to it. The Blue Sox didn't go away, but get the champagne out, Evan. The Grizzly are champions.
The champagne is going right now. The championship T-shirts are being handed out. 5-3 is our final. The Grizzly taking down the Blue Sox. Alberta with 9 hits and 1 error. And the Blue Sox, uncharacteristic, 3 runs, 7 hits, and those 4 errors really ended up hurting them. 3 of those 5 Alberta runs of the unearned variety. Can't ask for a championship game any better than this, coming down to the very last batter, the winning run at the plate. And just before we sign off for the last time, I do have to thank all of you guys, the families, friends, and every kind of fan that you can think of for tuning in to listen to me, Danny, and Brian. Have to thank, of course, Andrew Starkey, Tyler Hughes, Justin Reschke for bringing all of us in, making all this possible. Of course, bringing me back for a 3rd time and for a 2nd straight winter. It truly does mean the world. And the players are just fantastic gentlemen. It's been tremendous watching them and watching them operate and getting a chance to talk to some of them. For all the guys who are signed, all the guys who are going to get signed before the main summer season starts, and even guys who are signed during the summer season, we wish you guys all the best as well. I think that just about covers it. On behalf of my partners, Danny Machaj, Brian Janselson, providing us a fantastic atmosphere in the public address announcer's booth, I'm Evan Schmeizer, signing off for the last time. The California Winter League YouTube, the California Winter League Championship game, the Alberta Grizzly, led by Jared Lemieux as the celebration continues down there. Some more champagne, making sure to get all the photographs in. They take down the #1 seed Washington Blue Sox, 5-3, ending Washington's 14-game win streak. So long, take care, everyone. Godspeed.